Yo, what is up everybody? In this video I want to make a quick video showing you how I configured my VS Code / on this channel we use Libre VSCodium to behave almost exactly like Emacs, because I switched from Emacs, and at the end of the video maybe I will make a small rant why I switched to it, or maybe not. But yeah, so going into it here, everything is going to work on VS Code obviously, but like for VSCodium there's nothing special here. And also, very importantly, I achieved this with a really minimal config, so I don't have any extensions, as you can see. So first of all, here everything is clean. My window is completely clean. I don't open old sessions, none of that junk. I don't have any fringes. I have maybe still notifications and the status bar. I find it kind of interesting, but all the other unimportant information is gone. For the sidebar here, we use keybinds. So for example, Control-Shift-E for the Explorer, F for the find, G for the git, source control and extension, and maybe also debugger. Other things I don't use. As you can see, for the extensions you actually only need this one, and this one is interesting. And if you want to have Magit, it's also cool, but it's not strictly necessary. You can actually just use the built-in git. So let's get into it. First of all, so not to get all over the place, I wanted to show you a cool thing which you can do. Basically, you can also toggle this menu. I put a key binding on it. So basically, I took this keymat and advanced it a bit for my needs. So let's actually look at my keyboard shortcuts. They're kind of reverberative, but they're not really long. They map the same functions 2 times because sometimes I fat finger keys. So yeah, first of all, which I changed is the redo is Shift Control Shift slash. You know, it is what it is, right? I like Control Shift for undo, so why not Control Shift for redo? This is a minor tweak. This is bound by default by the extension, but I also added just the Control fat finger option. The sidebar, what I just showed you, this one, I just have even 3 key bindings for it. Control C and S for sidebar, Control C to fat finger with the S, and also Control 0. And by default there is even Control B in VS Code, but since we're using Emacs, B is backwards. But yeah, even 3 key bindings to toggle this visible sidebar, which actually you should use less and less, I think. Just the real screen space is kind of cute. It's good to have real estate here on the computer, and yeah. So yeah, whatever. Let's continue. So what do we have here? We have the action, quick open. So yeah, these are the quick. This called quick open. I didn't even know it. But yeah, basically same thing, just to fat finger it. And this is the important thing, which I wanted to share with you. Basically, I have this create terminal editor, terminal in editor area. This one here. I bound it to Control C T or Control C Control T. And what it allows me to do right now, it is to open a terminal directly in the editor area, exactly like Emacs. So we go into the buffer list, we can go back to our file, and we can go back to the terminal. I also added like a kind of cool name. So this is just what the process wants to tell me as a sequence. And here I have always terms. So if I start typing term, I will find something. I will find some only terminals here. So this is already really cool. I of course have the drop down area also, still bound to this Control Shift-E. I think it is a cool shortcut, nothing to change about it. It's like really handy, you know. Don't change the running system, it's working fine. The terminal here is still okay, you know. It's sometimes really good, like maybe to watch something, maybe to quickly compile something and go back and still look at the code. But yeah, It is functional, but it is not in my in my list, which is really good. So here maybe only full screen terminals. Yeah, and for that you actually, which is important, is to make, for example, this Control XB switch. In the default key binding there is a bang terminal focus when. So basically he will only he will only enable this key binding when we are not focusing the terminal. So basically, if we are in a terminal, he will not open this key binding, and we actually, I just made the same command, made the same key binding, but removed the when. And this I did for Control F also. So yeah, this is a neat trick like this, just to make sure that we can actually buffer switch here. Fine. The only like kind of annoying thing is like I'm on key bindings and he suggests me the same key bindings have to go down. Like this is really annoying. Like if I'm here, yo guys at VSCode or whatever, like this is stupid. If I'm MD Emeru, I don't want to have my file here. I want to have the next frequently used file, and my file may be the second one, or I don't even care. But like this key press is so useless and unnecessary. But yeah, enough from the rant. It's still good. Like I just have to always press down and then there enter, which is a bit wasted. But what I wanted to show is maybe the window management. So let's say I make a new file and let's call it A. So yeah, I can split. The only thing which I find it kind of annoying in VS Code is this is made for normies, right? So actually you have tabs here, and as you can see, I'm completely clean. I don't have anything, and I don't want to show tabs. It's just so much space and wasted information on the screen. So you have to think that here is an A tab and here is an A tab above them. Like visually, they're kind of there. And so let's say, and also what VS Code does is like you have groups right now. So this A is in group 1 and this A is now in group 2. And this is what I find really annoying, because they are separated with the splits. So if I, for example, open a new file here and call it B, and let's say I switch even back to A, now first of all I have like an idiot look at which group I am at. So I have to click the correct group, and yeah, there is a key binding to say, okay, I want only the windows from this group, right? But it's a special key binding. I just don't want the special key binding. I want, okay, open, right? And I want to see all the buffers and then open it here, no matter which buffer. Basically, like do this, like drag and drop this information here, you know? And yeah, so this is the downside. Let's say I want to open the B right now here, but yeah, if it doesn't work because B is in group 1. So if I click B, I'm going to be teleported here. And I mean, this is kind of annoying. I just live with it. I just say, hey, wherever it opens, it opens. I don't care. I just go like this, like from left to right, from right to left. I know there are a Control Alt and the arrow left and right to kind of move to next group and move to previous group. But still, it is still annoying. Let's say I wanted to go to B here. I cannot do it. It is in the other group right now. So I have to kind of go there and then see, oh shit, okay, it's there. So I have to press the key binding. It is kind of like, makes a bit mental unease. I don't know. Like maybe I'm too perfectionist, but this is the only thing which I'm not liking right now. And I kind of looked at the extensions. I didn't find anything specifically, and I don't want to install extensions more because yeah, we only need this and this one, which I'm going to show you right now. Also, if this video gets popular, I will make my .files public. But yeah, for now, I'm just like playing with them. I'm not really quite happy. I kind of share some things. It's kind of cool, but yeah. So let's go to user setting. It is actually really minimal if you think about it. Most of this crap is not even like that important. So I hate white space. Yeah, the terminal here, I don't like persistent sessions. actually don't like quick open history. Let me actually note that. Like, because I wanted to stream sometimes, so I don't actually want to dox myself. Yeah, and here I actually basically hit everything. The only thing I'm like thinking about is the editor actions location. Basically this little buttons which come up here. I think they're sometimes useful, so maybe I will enable them, but for now I'm not quite sure. For now I disabled everything. And now let's talk about this extension, which is really good, especially if you have VSCodium. Because if you're on VS Code, maybe you just don't need it, right? But this extension is really, really cool. What it allows you to do is basically to write stuff like this, and basically to have a declarative file where you declaratively declare all your extensions. Because my problem was, yes, of course, I have like, let's say, settings JSON in my GitHub, but I can have to manually go to VS Code, install all the VS Code or like VSCodium, and install them from the marketplace. Like type in, check if it's the correct one, install. It's like when I have to redo it, it's like for me, it's not really cool. This is basically the advantage of Emacs, right? You just play one config and everything plays. And then at the end of the day, you have your Emacs. So I found this extension is really cool. And what it basically allows you to do is install your extensions from anywhere. You can install it from GitHub. You can install it from the Open VSX Eclipse store for VSCodium. And you can actually also install it from Microsoft's store. So for now, I'm not doing it, but maybe there is like some really crucial extension which I want to have and I cannot work without, then this option is even there. So yeah, I organize them neatly. What you can do is you can have groups. For example, I have a core group, a markdown group, a markup group. So basically all the document type languages, programming group, and themes. That's it. And what I do is you can actually put each expression here, each green expression you can actually put in the extensions. This works also. But I just like this like this. So I have core, markup, programming, and themes, and you can just put the group name instead of the whole extension expression here, and he will install them, and then you just run VSX install extensions or update them. He's gonna update them. The only thing which I'm not quite sure, there's like an adopt and manage extension, which I didn't really understood what this was like doing or supposed to do. I think he will pre-generate you like a thing like this. But I think it's maybe only working for VS Code or whatever. But most importantly, what I wanted to have here is like sync extensions, which kind of like uninstalls, like, you know, like sync or like uninstalls all the extensions which are not declared and only keeps the declared ones. But I mean, I have so few little extensions that I can actually uninstall them and then install them back again. And like this, I have really a clean slate that I know that only this manager is doing my extension stuff. So yeah, and yeah, you can also enable sources. This you actually have to do for the for the OpenVPX. You have to write like this, but you can actually find about this extensions yourself. Just look it up on GitHub. It's really cool. And yeah, for GitHub, you don't have to do it. He will look into the releases page and basically look if he can find something. But if not, yeah, just use the fallback, right? There are also many other options like fallback options and stuff. But yeah, I just used a very minimal approach to it. I don't really need a lot of stuff. Also, is there a scratch buffer in Scratch? Is there like a notes? Now let's go to our A screen. I know actually that there is other thing that you can do. Basically in your VS Code, if you are like want to have declarative extensions, what you actually can do is you can have VS Code, and then you have extensions JSON, and here you can give recommended extensions. But at the end of the day, I think they're just like a pop-up here, or like in this recommended tab here. Yeah, you can enable like, yeah, I think here somewhere, via views recommended, yes, you can enable them there, and then he gives you an option to install them for you. But this is going to be installed from the default marketplace, which is configured. So for here, it's going to be installed from the store, and like from the Eclipse store. But the downside of this I found is it is not going to be reproducible in your declarative config. But yeah, it's still a good option. You can click, you can install, you can play with them, and then you can just decide for yourself, okay, do I like the extension or not? But yeah, this is maybe interesting. But for me, I think I use so few extensions that I just have them like on my, like on main system, main config, and that's it. The other thing, which is I think also an option, is to use dev container JSON and to give their extensions. I think there's like also an extension list which you can kind of give. But I think this list is going to be installed directly in the dev container. So it is maybe not going to be local, or maybe local, I don't know. This I never used. So yeah, but here I don't use it because I don't use dev containers at all at my at my local home setup. So yeah, this kind of falls flat. So for me, like this, these are my settings right now. I can maybe scroll like this. Yeah, maybe I will open source them. I'm not quite sure. I will tweak them maybe a bit. Like I have, for example, a limit value here 9 for the open editors, so the buffer doesn't get too crazy, especially if I'm using groups. Yeah, I think like 9 last elements you can keep in your head, but more than that just doesn't make any sense. Just scares you because like Emacs. Emacs can really have by default like really huge buffer lists, but this I'm, for example, not sure. Maybe I will make it 10 or 15. Yeah, I mean, this render white space stuff I'm also not quite sure. I'm testing it for programming right now. So yeah, all in all, thank you for watching. This is what I had today. Ask me questions, and yeah, make sure to comment. Maybe if you comment a lot, maybe I will start open sourcing the dot files. For now, I just will look a bit if I'm kind of happy with it. But because I didn't have it like in a like in a real raw messy development scenario, I would like to test it. It just like ID kind of it is like theoretically good, but I'm not quite sure if it's going to be that crazy good. So maybe I'm going to tweak stuff, but yeah, this is what I had for now. Thank you for watching.